Crocs. I wanted to show you guys how to throw a plate. The requirement is to throw a plate with feet, and I'm going to show you that on the wheel right now. We are going to be throwing on what is called a bat, and it is a system that allows us to not have to pick up the plate when it is so large and floppy. So basically the pins allow you to put a bat on, and you want to, there's kind of two holes, a regular circle and then an elongated circle. So I usually put the regular circle on first, and you want to make sure that it's tight and not moving. Sometimes they will be loose, and you don't want it to be wiggling because it's really hard to center if it's wiggling. Okay. I usually use recycled clay for this because I need a big amount, and I want clay that's nice and soft. So I pugged this out this morning. It's pretty soft. I don't think I'm going to use all of it, but first thing I'm going to do is secure this down on the wheel. And this is how I do it. I press down and I'm pressing in. I want to really make sure that this thing is stuck down.
It's like ASMR.
So I'm going to cone up similarly. And I know that looks impressive, but because it's so soft, it's very responsive. Because the clay is nice and soft, it moves pretty easily. I probably will, I'll do the coning up and down a couple times, but when it comes out of the pug mill, it's like it's already wedged. So that's one of the nice things. It goes into center more easily. I don't need to wedge it. So I would suggest recycled clay on this one. We're going to go a lot farther down. This bat is a little bit loose. And we also throw a little bit thicker. So you want to throw it to about ½ an inch thick all the way across, because we are going to trim away about ½ an inch. I'm going to show you, I was watching one of the videos and I'm like, yeah, I'll show you guys this cheap technique this other teacher does. So sometimes you will see potters that will put their wrist down, their palm of their hand right here, and come down, again, touching still, moving, play. Or you can push here and just do it with your sponge.
That looks nice.
I kind of like it with the sponge. Go down a little bit. And I'm just taking my sponge and moving this clay out. If you need to, stop and do a needle tool check. I may do that just to kind of figure out how thick I am right now. Stop, looking for ½ an inch. That's probably ¾ of an inch. I may go just a little bit more. Now I have, I'm going to do the next, this other teacher, I'm going to show you what she did. And that is, you can sort of have a rough edge right here and make it perfect by trimming with your needle tool. And now it's perfect.
That's a good looking plate.
Yeah.
Are you done?
However, it's too thick. close to, I mean, I've got the centering part done. I need to work on the middle and work on what we call the flange. I feel like cups can come in so many different shapes and sizes, and it's obvious. Plates, to me, the big difference is out here, and it depends on what kind of plate you're going to be making. If you're going to a fancy restaurant that serves a little bit of super fancy food, they will have a really large flange with a smaller eating area. But places that you go to that want to serve a lot of food, they put the flange farther and farther out and smaller and smaller. I'm going to make this the flange, and I'm going to thin the wall.
Go with the vertical flange?
At the moment it is.
You should leave it like that. Those are like the best
could.
types of plates. Like a plate bowl.
If you wanted to.
That's like a dog water bowl.
If the more modern look is a little bit more like this, a little bit more shorter, but kind of like this. Enough that they fit, they stack into themselves. You want them to nest. This one guy was talking about a foot that he likes to do down here. I'm not going to do that foot, but I may do it by myself later.
Do you do that when you trim, like when it's dry?
Yeah. So this is a nice thickness right now. I'm going to lay it down. So usually lay it down right back here so that I can kind of keep my finger under it.
That's good.
Styles of ribs. Is that a rubber one? This is a rubber rib. This one's pretty flexible. This company is Mud Tools. Is this Mud Tools? Yeah. So this company has 4 different colors, and each of the colors is different flexibilities. So I don't know where all my red ones went to. They're my favorite. I'm guessing I lent them out and didn't get them back somehow. But I think this is the least flexible, blue is the least, and then green, and then the yellow. And this one's completely different. It's important that you compress, push down the middle of the plate, because this is where the cracks will develop. Last thing I like to do is I usually like to put a little swirl in it. So I start here and just do a little swirl. That's okay. It's just kind of a decorative thing. Before I actually went to Bill Van Gilder and did a couple summers, week-long summer with him. And I would start here and go out. But when he was doing it, it was like, it gives a different type of swirl to it. You can trim out here the edge if it's a little chunky. Or you can do it when it's letter hard. And you don't have to do this. I like to do this. I like to do the cut while it's moving a little bit. Because you gotta stay tight. It's very long, and that means this area in the middle cuts upward if you don't stay tight and you can cut up. So I like to stay tight, come in just a little bit. It cuts the whole outer edge, a little bit farther in, a little bit farther in. As soon as you get to the middle, you can just pull through, okay? Okay, done. Now it just needs to dry, and I don't have to move it because I'm on a bat, okay?